Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel Books with Meena. I'm Meena and today I'm going to be sharing my February TBR with all of you, and so these are all the books that I want to read in the month of February. There are a lot of books on this list and I probably won't be able to get to all of them, but here's hoping. So first let's start with some sequels that I would like to get to, series that I started a few years ago probably. So there's Hero of Ages, Bright Reborn, Fate of the Tearling, City of Towers, Starsight. What else is there? King of Crows, Golden Sun. I think these are all the ones that I have to get to, and I would like to read at least one of these books because I am very bad at reading sequels and completing series. And then for series that I started this year in 2021, I would like to continue with the Queen's Thief series by Megan Whelan Turner. The fourth book is called A Conspiracy of Kings, and I want to read that and maybe eventually read the fifth and sixth books too. I would be happy if I will be able to get to the fifth and sixth books in this month, but that's probably not possible with my huge TBR. And then for some new series that I want to start in the fantasy sci-fi genre, we have Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This one is a very popular fantasy romance with the main character who is a maiden, and it's her romance with her bodyguard, I think. And then Crescent City by Sarah J. Maas. This one is also fantasy romance. This is urban fantasy, I think, and the main character's best friend dies and she is looking into her death slash murder with the help of a police officer. And the last one, which is more focused on the romance, would be This Is How You Lose a Time War by Amar El Mohtar and Max Gladstone. This one is sci-fi novella with time traveling agents on opposite sides of a time war, and I would like to read this one too. This one has an enemies to lovers sapphic romance. And then moving on to some series that are maybe less focused on the romance, there is Dread Nation by Justina Ireland. This one is alternate history with taking place during Civil War, and our main character is a zombie slayer because zombies exist in this world. Then The Diabolic by S.J. Kincaid. This one is young adult dystopian, and artificial intelligence robots exist in this world, and they are basically trained to be bodyguards of the rich and elite, and they're trained in such a way that they have to unconditionally love their masters. Finnikin of the Rock by Melina Marchetta. This one is also young adult high fantasy, and I don't know what the plot of this book is, but it is a very popular young adult series that a lot of people have read, and even I want to read it. Then Raise the Sands by Sarah Beth Durst. This one is a newer adult standalone fantasy where we have monster racing, so there is some sort of like competition going on, and the two main characters have a student teacher dynamic. I think these are all of my SFF books that I would like to read. And as for some non sci fi fantasy books that I want to read in this month are The Rakess by Scarlett Beckham. This one is historical romance and it's a subversion of the trope of the rake. So this is a more feminist take on your typical historical romance, and I really want to read it because look at that cover, it is stunning, and this book has intrigued me. And then the other one that I want to read is a young adult murder mystery, which is a Sherlock Holmes retelling, and that is A Study in Charlotte by Brittany Cavallaro. This one is taking place in present day with teenagers in high school, and both of them are basically descendants of Sherlock Holmes and James Watson. I read the first two books, I think like 2 or 3 years ago, and I did not continue with the series, and now I have forgotten majority of what happens in these books. So I would like to reread the first two books before continuing on with the third and fourth book. And yes, these are all the books that I would like to get to in the month of February. Do tell me what is your February TBR and if we share any common books. Yes, that's it. Goodbye.